Hi. So it's seeming as if a reversal is here now. Could we be at the bottom? Yeah, could we be at the bottom? But welcome everybody to Crypto Angles podcast number 83, I believe. What we're gonna do, we're gonna go over the astrological story and then we'll get back into the technical analysis for Bitcoin, XRP, and the DXY. So astrology plays an important part, so we're going to go through that first. If your attention span isn't there, you're going to miss the gems, but that's all right. So where are we? Are we the 9th? Yeah, we're the 9th of February 2025, and we are in our full moon phase here now, which is our snow moon on Wednesday. So when it's the full moon, price likes to find its support. Okay, so this is why I says I feel like a reversal is here now. February does still smell bullish. We've had a lot of downward momentum, but when it comes to like the monthly wick, I wouldn't be surprised if the monthly candle, sorry, I wouldn't be surprised if we see like this deep wick down when it comes to February. Oh gosh, confirmation burp, excuse me. I know people didn't really like that, but maybe maybe that's the case. But this deep wick down and it's just looking like a wick, and then we're getting like a big candle going up, a big fat green candle. So that could be a potential because us reaching our full moon in Leo, price wants to find its support. When price finds its support, you then long the market if you're trading, or you then like DCA into the market if that's what you're doing. So, um, with price finding its support, this energy could propel us up. And as I mentioned in my last two videos, if we do have this crazy dip going down, which we have had, we're in it right now, it's all of the Capricorn energy. This is Lilith. This Capricorn energy may not pay attention, like, may not be that potent, but we had loads of Capricorn energy here. So I said, don't be alarmed because the sun is in Capricorn. It's still in Capricorn because we're going to move to Aquarius on the 16th. And if you don't believe me, if you think it's Capricorn season, it's not. Here's the sun. Okay, the sun, you can see it here, the object sun. Where is it? It's in Cap on this date, 9th of February. So my calendar is in full alignment with the actual sky. It's not tropical astrology. So yeah, so with that being said, this Capricorn energy is very slow moving, and I did mention that in my past few videos that the market may have this dip, it may be slower moving because we're in Capricorn season. It's slow, it's earthy, and things of that nature. But the best thing about Capricorn, even though it's slow, earthy, it builds the foundation, the solid foundation. So this is where it's building up. Price has found its clear support zone, it seems right now. um that will confirm more during this full moon phase. Price has found its support, and this can then propel it higher. Okay, because in order to reach higher highs and targets that we're expecting, price needs to have a good support. It needs that support. So these up and down movements are necessary. But we're going to be moving into this Aquarian energy, and it's starting on the day of the full moon. Has anyone seen the moon out? It looks so beautiful. It looks really bright. Anyway, distraction. Mercury going into Aquarius, we're getting this Aquarius energy. Aquarian is very innovative, these unique ideas, technology based. So crypto's going to be happy here. This Aquarian energy coming in. Child's already in Aquarius, the sun's entering Aquarius soon. Um, and we're going to get our new moon, no moon in Aquarius as well. So again, it's like when we're being pulled up to our new moon to find our resistance, that pull up could be quite high. Yeah, so we find our support, we bounce off our support, and then when we switch moon phases, we then get pulled up to find our resistance. So I just wouldn't be surprised. I feel I'll be more surprised if we don't get movement from the rest of February. I'd I'd be a bit more surprised. I'd be like, okay, then of course it would just flow over into March, and I do feel we'll get some movement in March anyway. But I do feel there will be a like a retracement, and then like quieting down going into April and May. The selling may walk away, but that's basically what I am seeing with the astrological story. If anyone does want that calendar, by the way, it is available. It's an early discount if you want the new one. Digital and physical copies available. And if you did want the old one to back test, feel free, 60% off. And there will be a new diary as well. But let's get into it. This Bitcoin stock to flow model, as you can see, we're just getting lighter orange. So this thing is really getting ready. And again, it kind of just confirms why it needed that dip down to find that extra support so it can propel up. And will it be a super cycle? I don't know. I'll just be curious. We know that this situation right here was not a bull run, it was like a fake out and following the work of Waters Above. Who is my mentor? It's a cool guy. Go check him out. But anyway, during this time it was the Shemitah year, so all Jewish, all Jewish basically, and it was their financial reset. So it's like the markets were pushed up, see how it can go, and then just collapsed. Whereas it's not a Shemitah year now, so this shouldn't happen, which makes me wonder: will we get above or run along this orange line? Just as we did for the past bull runs. We were well above it there, a little bit under it. Um, but we're under it right now. So will we kind of just touch it again? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, let's get into XRPZ in the hizzy. I thought this was Bitcoin. I want to show Bitcoin first, if that's okay. If that's all right with you, Bab. So, Bitcoin, what I wanted to show on the daily with the fibs, um, oh gosh, yeah, with the fibs. So we've come back and we've retested that 0.382. Um, we were stuck where we went above the golden pocket. We hit the buying zone and then just got pushed back into the golden pocket was our resistance, and then resistance off the bottom of the golden pocket as well. So we're sat on this zone, but it just seems like a simple break and retest, and the same for XRP as well, to be honest. It's like we've come back and we've retested this zone. Yeah, we've just come back and retested this zone. So ideally, will we hold this or will we come and drop lower to this point? Like I says, we are still in our full moon phase where price wants to find its support. Still having that Capricorn energy. I'm still being cautious if it wants to find a lower support in this time. It could find it and then bounce off it quickly, so just keep that in mind. Let's actually put on our moons so we can see. So yeah, our new moon got rejected there off the buy zone and came back down. This does seem like a good support level. As you can see, it's come down here, it found its support, bounced off it, found a bit of support before it broke through, and so on. So there is support there. So we just really want to hold this level at least, which for Bitcoin is 96K. We want to hold that level and attempt to go back into this golden pocket. Will that happen? Write it.
Yeah, write it down, please.
Take the sticker off by a star.
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry, my son. Um I homeschool my children, you see, and my daughter wants to write her name, but she's got her name as a little sticker next to their star chart. So, but anyway, um, not homeschooling today, it's Sunday, and it's the half time coming up. I'm thinking, I don't even know. But yeah, this seems like our support anyway, to be honest. But you can see there's just like a lot of pushing this down, but it is maintaining. Um, so yeah, we want to see if it can keep this 69k level. If it cannot, if it fails, then we're looking not 69. Oh gosh, 96 is 96k level. If it cannot, then we're potentially looking at 93k, 93 to 94 if we get that lower correction. But this we've dipped down a lot percentage wise. From there, how many percent is this? 9%. It feels like such a big drop, but when you put on the percentage, it's like, oh gosh, it's really not. It's only a 9% correction. Um, it really seems like it's moving a bit more like stocks now. Well, not stocks. Well, yeah, a little bit. It just seems like a lot, but it's not. Especially when crypto can do 90% corrections, and I've lived through that, and it's painful. But anyway, that does seem like our support. Let's just look at the MACDs. So MACD on the daily, we are slowing down in the red, and the two lines are starting to curve. So again, it is kind of confirming, is this downward momentum slowing down? Has it come to an end? Now, this weird curve here that Bitcoin is doing on the daily RSI, it looks familiar. It's done this at one time before. And looking at it, I was like, oh gosh, I don't know. It was sometime last year when it's doing whatever it's doing. And I was like, oh, it seems like it wants to go down again, but it just done this weird curve and then it just jumped up. So I'm like, that's a possibility. We we lower than this point? No. Again, it's like, have we just come to retest this zone with the RSI? I want to look on the W time frame because I noticed this. What I don't really like on the W time frame, to be honest, we are sloping down. However, um, it does seem like a break and retest of this zone on the RSI. So it's like we've come up and we're just retesting this level. And look at where price was at this level. It's kind of interesting. So again, it's like this could tell me that this dip down could be enough to kind of eventually turn it and then continue. My worry is if it wants to go a little bit lower, um, past this break and retest, then it's like, oh, like I says, don't be alarmed, but we're gonna look at where price was here for Bitcoin, and then I'll show you where we've not reached our target yet. Just get rid of the moons, we don't need it. So it was, where was it? Was it this point? Yeah. So it was this point on the RSI, and this is where price was. So essentially, it's broken retested this volume, which is at 69k. Ah, numerology. I feel this is the bottom. Like I could be wrong, but just that I said, as long as we keep hold 96k, like I don't want to move my mouse, but just look where the price is. It's at 96k, where it was last time, where I am now. So if you look, I wish I could show you on the screen. I hope you're looking where I've got like XRP, Bitcoin, the watch list. Just look at the price. It's showing in white, 96k. And we last touched, we're break and retesting on the RSI. We're basically retesting the 69k. That to me is like numerology. This could be the bottom. Mirrored mirror numbers. So that's interesting. It really could. We could just get that swoop up, and it's like, oh, I didn't even notice that. I just was like, oh, I didn't notice the price when I looked earlier. I was like, oh, it's just this zone. So it's like where price is now, it's like, I don't know, is it called volume, the RS relative, the strength index is kind of showing how it was at this point. Now, of course, we did have this lower dip down. So could that be a thing? But I don't think so because these are W time frames. So this was a long period of time, and I am seeing like bullish momentum before spring, to be honest. But I could be wrong, you know, I could be wrong. I don't know. But I'm just keeping my eye out if we do have that deeper correction because we are still in Capricorn energy until next Sunday. Um, we are, and like I said, price wants to find its support, so it wants to get its clear support. And this whole trend line I've had, I do wonder, as we kind of dipped back into it a little bit, I wonder if that's gonna be a case. So yeah, but I wanted to say we have not done our cup and handle move. So let me reset the chart. So we had this huge cup and handle. This is why this red line is there. It's a little bit wonky. It's a little bit wonky, but we had this huge cup and handle. This is basically just the handle of the big cup that Bitcoin created. So um XRP is moving down right now. um but anyway, we've not reached that measured move, and it's interesting because it sits right at the 618, which is at 120k Bitcoin. So that move is still, you know, ready. That move still needs to be done. So we could reverse at some point, whether we're taking a little leg lower to get more momentum. But once it's ready and once we get back in the golden pocket, Bob's your uncle, we're reaching that 618 at 120k. Once we've passed all this resistance again, and that may be our new resistance. So my question is, could that be possible in the month of February, or would that be going into March? We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I feel when it's clear that the bottom is, will give us more direction. But that's basically it for Bitcoin. Um, yeah, let's look at XRP. Look at XRP. So sorry, sorry, a lot of lines. Look at that monster wick. Oh, wrong way. Thank you for your patience with me, people. Wow. Oh, confirmation burp. Sorry, excuse me, pardon me for being so rude. It was me, not my food. So when it comes to the RSI with XRP, what I find interesting, we've created a double bottom with this price, with this price zone. So let's see where that price zone is on the charts. As you can see, it's all the way down here. This was a double bottom, wasn't it? Yeah, it's there. Let's just look where XRP was. It's so funny. Um, was about here. XRP, it was around the 50 cent zone. And we've done a double bottom RSI wise. So that it shows power to me, because of course we're at $2 now, from 50 odd cents to $2.40. That's really good. So we are retesting that. And something I did want to highlight in the RSI, which I noticed before, when we were all doing this, you notice on the daily it wasn't being oversold. Like here, we tapped into the oversold area. We kind of maintained from getting there. Couldn't quite reach oversold either, but we did maintain it. So that was kind of like a signal to say, okay, it's getting ready to move. So we are very low in the RSI on the daily, and I just, because we are in the bull run, I'm not seeing much. It could go much lower, but again, it could still have that last little dip, little push to make sure this is our support before moving up. Um, the Aquarian energy being air, things should move much more quicker. but it's just slow right now and it's building the structure. But yeah, it's looking good on the RSI for the daily for upward continuation. Again, similar to Bitcoin with the MACD, we are getting lighter pinks. We're getting pinks from the red. So it's like the downward momentum is slowing down. It's slowing down. They are beginning to turn. The blue and the orange lines beginning to turn. So that is good. On the W time frame, so similar to Bitcoin, we have come down and it's like XRP. We've retested these zones when it came to XRP. So again, that's when price was low, like April 2023. Oh gosh, where are we? Price was about here. Yeah, the 50 cent zone. So we're doing good break and retest. We're doing good structural moves, I feel. We just have to be patient to see when it's ready to move. Um, yeah, like I do wonder how this is gonna move, to be honest. With the MACD, there's not much data on this XRP. I do wonder how it's gonna move because we are pointing down and we're turning a lighter green. So I'm like, how is that gonna move on the W time frame? And do we want to come a bit lower on the W time frame before moving? I don't like to use the word weak if you know me. Yeah, but let's get back to the daily anyway. Let's take a look at the fibs because it's looking good on the daily. It's looking good. We were just shy of the 618, and again, we technically got a bit higher because Bitcoin got stuck at this zone. Wait a second. Give me a moment. I want to see where it is at. Yeah. Oh, car alarm. Yeah, Bitcoin got stuck because this is the macro one. Um, that's spanned across like the whole chart to find out where it's going to go, and XRP did surpass that, but it's not reached its 618 on its whole like time, on its whole lifetime. This fib was pulled from, it's not reached that, which sits at $4, so that is still coming in. But before getting to that point, we need to get past this little micro structure fib pull at $3.50. We were just shy of $3.50. But we will get there. We will get there. $4 is en route, I feel, as well. Because yeah, excuse me, confirmation, but on the macro, it was about $4 to reach the 1618, and then this would be reaching the 2618 if we move up that direction. But yeah, it is looking like we have retested, found support, it seems, on the 0382. And have we wicked off of that? Sorry, my eyes aren't good. Yeah, okay. So we're back on the blue line. I've got so many blue lines. I'm gonna get rid of them because I can't see nothing. Because I'm getting mixed up with what's the fib. Okay, here's the blue line fib. Don't need all of these blue lines anymore. Not really. They were important, but I can't remember what they were for, so they can go for now. Um, but yeah, we've found support. It seems like on the 512. So it's about maintaining that. Really, can we hold the 240? Or if not, are we gonna go back down to 228? I really don't think so. I feel we have been drained out. So I do feel it's coming to an end. This downward movement is coming to an end. Price wants to find its support, and this is a good support because look, it's just come and retested this zone, which is healthy. Is very healthy. Got rejected off it, rejected, found its support, broke up and retested it again. So ultimately, though it was such a big drop, it's just done a break and retest. Did a little retest there, or tried to, but clearly this was the stronger support than this zone. So it's in a break and retest here, gaining a deeper support. Again, I feel to propel up much higher. It's just how quick is it gonna move? Is my question. I don't know. I don't know because it's like it needs to build up structure, but when it does just these straight line moves, oh, it's what I'm ready for. But it's coiling up. XRP is coiling up, and we just want, if we can break above 250, and that's then our new support, then that's amazing because we've reached back into the golden pocket, and then it's into the buying zone, and then Bob's your uncle. It should reach that 618 at $3.50, and that should be our new support eventually. So, yeah, that's what I am seeing for XRP. Should I draw the moon on? I do feel the moon will come about here. Oh, I didn't press the square. I do feel it will come about there. So we'll see. We'll see if that will be it, and that could push us up at least back into our golden pocket. But I'm not sure. Let's take a look at the DXY, see what it's doing. If this video was helpful, I do feel a little bit slow and drowsy today, to be honest. But if it was, give your girl a like, help your girl out, share it if you wish. Um, yeah, okay. So, sometimes I'm wondering, is it worth even going over this now? Because it's like, they don't seem to be moving in correlation anymore, like opposite correlation, sorry. So it's doing a break and retest, and this is then making its way up. So this is what I mean with Bitcoin's RSI. Is that weird turn eventually just going to turn around, and then that will be our clear bottom, because we're just very, very drained right now. It's slowing down anyway with this. It does seem like this is our support it's found. Excuse me. As it hit it, found its support, and then will continue on up. And this is what I'm saying. It's like they moved a bit similar, no, opposite before, but this hasn't even gone up that much. I mean, it did there, but it's not really gone up that much to cause crypto to kind of like be going the full opposite way. So I don't know if it's moving in much correlation or opposite anymore. I feel with Trump in the office, people probably have a bit more security when it comes to the dollar. So it's kind of doing its own thing right now. Um, but yeah, we have to see anyway with the dollar, because are we doing a little break and retest of this zone, this little zone here? Could that then push us lower? Or is this our clear support? But we have to see if we break through this. So if we get rejected off this level again, if we can't get past this level, then we could go down. If we get rejected off this level, we could go down because we have created a lower high. But if we can get past this level, then it is going up. So that just tells me, especially if you're into Forex, see what the dollar's doing and see if it's weak or strong from these resistance levels. And then the opposite pairs should be doing the opposite, would be a buy or a sell. But that's basically it for this video. But this bull run is close. It's here. It's happening. And I feel the market makers like to do this, push it so low, think, oh, it's gonna go lower, it's not going anywhere, and then bam, it just reverses and moves. So will that be our full moon, and then pulled up into our new moon with this Aquarian energy that loves the technology? And that's what crypto is about, this air sign just blowing, moving from wind, this slowness to air. But that's it for this video. I hope it gave you some clarity. um do grab this calendar if you would like to support your girl for the next year. It's really cool. It is really cool. So Plenty, plenty. So I'll see you in the next video anyway. Angel out. Bye.